All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are talking about a car that, by all logic, really shouldn't even exist. The 2022 to 2026 Audi RS3 8Y. You see, it's a compact sedan that has the absolute soul of a rally legend, but the whole reason we even have it comes down to just one, gloriously unhinged feature. And you know what? That's not even really a joke. This is the entire story of this car. For years, the number crunchers, the bean counters over at Audi, they wanted to kill its heart, this expensive, low-volume 5-cylinder engine. And they almost won, too. That is, until the engineers pulled a brilliant, last-ditch power move. Look, the business case for the 5-cylinder was just falling apart. The factory was only making this one engine. It was literally on the chopping block. And then the engineering team came back with a proposal. They said, hey, what if we add a torque vectoring rear differential that allows this all-wheel drive sedan to do massive controlled drifts? And I don't know how, but marketing signed off, the accountants were totally silenced, and a legend was born out of pure, wonderful defiance.
So what is it that makes this car so incredibly special? Well, it all starts with that engine. And this isn't just a motor, okay? It's a piece of automotive history. It's like a near-extinct species that Audi Sport has somehow kept alive against all odds.
You can draw a straight line from those fire-spinning Group B Quattro rally cars of the 80s right to this modern RS3. I mean, the sound, the character, the raw aggression, it is all there. It's got this iconic 1-2-4-5-3 firing order that gives it that unique, warbling soundtrack, and let me tell you, this is, without any exaggeration, one of the absolute best-sounding engines you can buy today at any price, period. And it all comes down to this number right here, 5. 5 cylinders. It's an incredibly rare setup that sits perfectly in that sweet spot between the smoothness of a 6 and the raw punch of a 4-cylinder.
Now, this latest version of the engine, the one codenamed DNWA, it pumps out a staggering 401 horsepower from just 2.5 liters. That is wild.
And would you look at this, 369 pound-feet of torque, and it's available from just over 2,000 RPM. That's what makes this car feel so explosive, so instantly responsive, no matter what gear you're in or what speed you're doing. Okay, so if the engine is the soul of this car, this next piece of hardware, well, it's the cheat code that saved it. Let's talk about the RS Torque Splitter. This is the technology that justified the car's entire existence to the suits.
So what does that actually mean in plain English? Well, forget everything you know about old-school Quattro that was designed for grip. This new system, it's all about agility and, well, fun. Instead of a simple rear differential, it's got 2 separate clutch packs, one for each rear wheel. This lets the car's computer send up to 100% of the power at the back to a single outside wheel.
And this is what you get. This is the feature that got the green light. You put it in the right mode, you turn off the electronic nannies, you turn the wheel, you get on the gas, and this all-wheel drive Audi will kick its tail out and hold a perfect controllable drift. It was an absolute game changer that its rivals have all been rushing to copy ever since.
Now, what about the transmission? Well, you get one choice, and it's a brilliant, lightning-fast, 7-speed, dual-clutch automatic. But there's no manual, and the running joke is that Audi's market research just clearly showed that anyone who absolutely must have a stick shift to drift should probably just go buy a BMW M2.
Okay, so far, this car is a masterpiece. A defiant, 5-cylinder rally car for the road. But that masterpiece comes with a price. And I'm not just talking about the sticker price. No, this is what we call the Quattro tax, the harsh financial reality of owning such a high-strung, specialized machine.
First up on the list is carbon buildup. See, because it's a direct injection engine, fuel doesn't wash over the intake valves to keep them clean. So over time, they get caked in carbon, and that chokes performance. Every 60,000 miles or so, you're going to need a walnut-blasting service, and that's about $2,500.
Some of the early production cars have shown a few issues with turbocharger oil seals failing. Now, if you're out of warranty when that happens, that is not a cheap fix. You could be looking at up to $4,500.
And that brilliant drift mode we were just talking about? Well, if you use it like it's meant to be used, especially on a track, you're going to wear out those clutch packs in the rear differential. And replacing them can run you $6,000. Yeah, that party trick has a pretty steep cover charge.
But this is the big one. If the RS3 you're looking at has the optional carbon ceramic brakes, you need to be prepared. When it's finally time to replace the pads and the rotors, you are looking at a bill that could be as high as $18,000. That is more than a brand new Honda Civic, just for brakes. And oh, the hits just keep on coming. That dual-clutch transmission, it needs a pricey fluid service every 40,000 miles. That'll cost you up to $1,500. As the miles get higher, you could be facing a $5,500 bill for timing chain tensioners. The infotainment screen is known to just freeze up randomly. And for some reason, these cars just chew through their 12-volt batteries, which can be a $700 fix. The little things, they really add up.
So, after all of that, after the eye-watering repair bills, the known issues, the sheer cost of keeping this thing on the road, we have to ask the big question. Is this car actually worth buying?
Because after laying all of that out, our verdict is unequivocally yes. It is a definitive buy. And you're probably sitting there thinking, how? How, after talking about an $18,000 brake job, could you possibly recommend this car?
Well, let's just look at the competition for a second. The M2, it offers that rear-wheel drive purity and a manual, sure, but its engine, while great, it just lacks the RS3's unique soul. The Mercedes has a firecracker of a four-cylinder, but at the end of the day, it's still just a four-cylinder in a front-wheel drive-based platform. And the Golf R, it's a fantastic, sensible car, and that is exactly the problem. The RS3 has an X factor, a combo of sound and character that none of its rivals can even come close to.
So here's the rebuttal. Yes, the maintenance is expensive, but the core engine itself is historically robust. It's pretty much bulletproof. That torque splitter isn't some gimmick. It fundamentally changes what an all-wheel drive car can do. The chassis is brilliant, the interior is fantastic, and because so few were made for the US market, they are already starting to appreciate in value. You're not just buying a car, you're buying a very unique experience.
And that really is the crucial point. Nobody walks into an Audi dealership, looks at the potential running costs, and decides the RS3 is a logical, sensible purchase. It's not. This is a car that was born from passion. It's a rolling testament to engineers who fought tooth and nail for something they believed in. You buy this car because of how it makes you feel, the noise it makes, and the incredible story it tells.
Because this car, it really feels like the end of an era. The engineers, they won this battle, but they might not win the next one. The 5-cylinder engine is an endangered species, and this might just be the last of its kind. So our verdict is crystal clear. If you have the means, and if you understand exactly what you are getting into, this is an absolute, definite buy. It's a future classic that you can still buy today.